Hey, what's going on, everybody? Doka the Dingus, aka Wagon Fruit here, and welcome back to Doka the Uncut. This time, we've got 88 goals Week 2 Team Builder versus Tails. Tails has some scary stuff. Those scary stuff include Shen Pao, Terra Annihilate, Urshifu Rapid, Glamora, Screamtail, Gudra Hisui, Quagsire, Kilwatchel, and Lilligant. While I have the team over on the right that I've gone over before, you've seen it before, so let's just get on into it. But before we do, I just wanted to remind you, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I make really heat builds, and sometimes I even win with them. Only sometimes. Now, as for what I think about the matchup, it's interesting because he's got some scary guys, right? He's got those top three, but I don't think I handle them too poorly. The main one that I usually handle quite poorly is the Urshifu Rapid. I actually don't really have an answer to it usually, but we have a prepared little piece of tech for you guys that I will try to beat this Urshifu Rapid with and try to dissuade it from using any of its stabs. And that is that little guy right over here. We go on to our first mon right here, Tatsugiri. This is the debut of my boy. When I started this and I had Terra Ursa Luna going on in my first three picks. I was like, I need to get Terra Tatsugiri because it perfectly fits the point total of the amount of points you're allowed to get for Terra Caps. So I was like, I gotta make this thing cook. It has Storm Drain, which is an immunity ability. So if there's any water type giving me trouble, I can try to Terra into the type that takes his next best hit as well as possible. And in this case, we have an immunity to that. So we have our Terra Ghost Tatsugiri rocking the Lumberry. We have Terra Blast Dragon Pulse, which hits with that type combo, kind of hits everything on his team pretty well. We have Nasty Plot and Rapid Spin. I just changed that to Dragon Dance for no reason. I didn't even know he got that, I'm not gonna lie. Never running that, by the way. This shit has 50 speed. But yeah, that's what we're rocking. We're gonna try to abuse the Urshifu that would normally fuck me. He can't hit me with any of his stab moves. However, this isn't really that good of a check, to be honest. Because even though we are immune to both stabs, if he has any coverage move at all that isn't U-turn, he is doing like 65 to us. Like an Ice Punch, 65. Like just no contention, just doing 65 to us. So it's not actually like a big check, but it allows counterplay, and that's what really matters, I think, because we do have ways of offensively dealing with it. It's just we need to be able to get it right when Urshifu's in, and this gives us a lot of chances to do that because its stabs are now nullified if I ever switch this in. It would need to predict me with an Ice Punch, and then it would need to predict me again. Like, we have tools now. If he brings Ice Punch, which, I mean, it doesn't really do much versus my team for an Urshifu, unless he's expecting a Terra Tatsugiri, in which case it's a good bring. But I don't... My Ice Resist is the Tauros, as you can see. Pick 5 over there. So, yeah, like, it would be a good bring, but it's like, it's not really screaming, it's not really calling to him, right? So we have this Terra Tatsugiri that what I'm hoping he'll run is Surging Strikes, CC, U-turn, Aqua Jet, which this just hard walls. Like, he would need to U-turn every time, basically, is what that means. So, we're going to be leading with it. It matches up well versus a lot of things, namely Glamora. Obviously, that is like the premier lead Pokemon with a Focus Sash. Terra Ghost Tatsugiri matches up really well against that. It resists Sludge Wave and can't really, like, it makes sure that Dazzling Gleam doesn't kill me, and I can just Rapid Spin into Threatened Surf, I guess, right? It basically forces the Glamora out, which is very important. It's really nice. Ghost also makes the Annihilate Terra. It hits Scream Tail, which otherwise I would get walled by. Which is also why I have the Lumberry, by the way. It makes sure that something like if Gamora tries to set T-Spikes, or ends up setting T-Spikes with his ability, I can always take that once and then just rapid spin it away, which is nice. And then I can also take a Scream Tail Thunder Wave. And if I end up getting a spin and a plot versus the Scream Tail and it clicks Thunder Wave, that Scream Tail is very dead, and I might kill something else too, which is very nice. I'm really hoping that this Tatsugiri is going to pop off this week. If it doesn't, I'll be a little sad, I'm not going to lie. I kind of need to in order to win the game, to be honest. But it seems like, in theory, it'll be very solid. So, that's going to be fun. It might not even be like the best way of going about this, but I just really wanted to bring Terra Tatsugiri this week, because I don't know how many chances I'm going to get to do that over trying to Terra my Ursulina. I have my Ursulina on this team, but I'm not trying to Terra it this time. So yeah, there's that. We got our little early breaking power, I guess. Some early progress. We have our Choice Specs Spectre this matchup. As you can see on the top over there, unless he Terras that Annihilate into fucking normal type, he doesn't have a normal type, which is fantastic because his Dark is also Chien-Pao. It doesn't take a Shadow Ball very well. So Choice Spec Shadow Ball is quite free versus a lot of this. Goodra is super tanky, so I'm going to need to chip that down, but the combination of my two ghost types now should put a shit ton of pressure on that Goodra. And I'm not really scared of Goodra because of a set I will showcase later. Spoilers, it might not have already come to a match. But we're not really scared of the Goodra, we're just trying to chip it so we can get our Spectre through and then try to win an endgame. That would be quite lovely, wouldn't it? Next up, we've got our Meowscarada. We are Choice Scarf this week. I definitely need something that can outspeed and kill Urshifu Rapid if it's Scarved. I just need to be able to cover this Urshifu Rapid. It's really important that I don't lose to it. What Scarf Trick also allows me to do is switch into a type while I Protean to resist fighting, which helps versus Annihilate, and I can trick it a Choice Scarf. And while Scarf Annihilate is a set, I think he's going to bring a Terra Bulk Up set. I don't think he's going to bring Scarf. So that's nice. It just kind of eliminates two of his moves probably. I think he's probably just going to end up being the Taunt variant. Maybe the Encore variant. I'm not sure. But either way, this annoys it and only makes it click its moves. And if I haven't hit it yet, it's just going to be Wet Toweling versus my next Pokemon, which I will showcase right now. Diancie. We got the helmet. We are rocking the helmet. We have Spikes, Moonblast, Earth Power, and Baton Pass. This is going to help with Annihilate. If I can get that trick off, would be very nice. It also helps with Chien-Pao. Obviously, it actually takes the hits pretty well, if I remember correctly, which is super cool. It also helps with Kilowattrel, which Kilowattrel is low-key a huge threat versus me, and it could very well come because it deals with Thundy and Corviknight, both of which aren't coming. But like I think I'm gonna be fine. Spikes are really good against this team. The only thing that's in the air is Kilo, and if the Chien-Pao is Boots, then it's not banded, which is very nice. That's kind of what I want. Anything that's not Boots is going to be taking Residual, and Residual looks really nice against this team. He's got some fat that I need to be able to break, and that's really nice. Its attacking combo is also pretty scary. So the Annihilate has the Terra on it, which is fantastic. And I have Baton Pass, which is really good for if I can get that trick onto Annihilate again. If I do that, I can force him to take... so long as he stays in, right? I can force him to take 2 Rocky Helmet chips and then Baton Pass out into my Spectre. And at that point, probably be able to kill him with Specs Shadow Ball, which is super cool. But yeah, Spikes plus Specs Spectre here. It looks really nice. And then Meow can hopefully clean. Something like that. Unfortunately, I couldn't fit Knock on Meow. I really wanted to, but I just don't think I can fit it because I really want Trick. And I kind of do need Brick Break for the Chien-Pao. Otherwise, I'm going to lose Amon to it when it comes in on me. Or if it comes in on me. I don't know. I think it's the right set. I think it's the right set. I don't think I'm too scared of Kilowattle because I have so much defensive support for it this match. But we'll see, right? Next up, after our Diancie, we have our Tauros Paldea Blaze. You know we have to run Tauros if we see a Chien-Pao on the other side. No matter how obvious it is, like, you can't just... He's going to bring the Chien-Pao. Like, I need to bring this. I kind of need to have the... at least something to make it want to click something that's not its stabs. Like, it really wants to click Psychic Fangs versus me now because this is, like, the most obvious check. It's got Intimidate. It has a resistance to both its stabs. But what's nice about this guy is I'm running him bulky, but also Choice Scarf. So I'm kind of baiting him a little bit. I'm kind of making him so say he clicks Psychic Fangs, I'm in range of another. He'll be like, he's defensive. I'm just gonna click Psychic Fangs again and get my kill. And then I outspeed him suddenly and CC him and just destroy him, and he's fucking dead. Yeah, that's really nice. We are also Scarf, which helps us fast Willow the Annihilate, and also fast Endeavor the Annihilate if he Terras, which is super cool. As you can see, I'm super scared of the Annihilate. Just those top three are so important for me to deal with. But I think this is a good set. I really want... I'm not sure about Endeavor yet, but I do think it's good to bring. I think he has a lot of stuff that's just kind of fat, that if I can get a low HP Endeavor on after killing a Chien-Pao, that would be insanely value. What else would I even run on this? I might run, like... I don't even know. I'm not even sure. I guess I was thinking about, like... Earthquake was I thinking about? Does that help with anything? Yeah, it was a Glamora. I was thinking about running Earthquake from the Glamora, but, like, I don't think that's gonna be too practical. I don't think that interaction is gonna be something I want, really. So yeah, that's our nice little Chien-Pao check. I know Intimidate activates Defiant, but if I'm faster than him and I get a Willow off, like, that's still worth it. As long as I don't hit him, right? Like, as long as the Rage Fist isn't boosted, I'm still taking jack shit, and then I'm still Will-Wisping him, and he's gonna be doing 0 for damage. I just need to be able to get that trick off. That trick is so important, dude. Like, I think I can beat it without the trick, but if I get that trick off, that Annihilate is just fucking useless. I think. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I might be trolling. I'm not sure. I was trolling a little last week with my Spectre set. I know you guys saw that. Fucking, I did not know that balloon popped when you hit a substitute of the balloon Pokemon. I just didn't know that. So we're just not gonna even think about mechanics this time. We're just gonna run something pretty straightforward, and not try to do any fancy shit. I'm so sick of getting cheesed by the antics of the game. Cause like I had like a Shed Tail like theory that didn't work and I never tested. I got bullet seeded off the Vaporeon that was substitute. I'm done with the trolling. I'm just gonna keep it simple this time because I think I can win if I keep it simple. I think I can play to a degree where I can just win if I keep it simple here. All right. So and then our last Pokemon here is Ursaluna. We are a very similar set. We have a different EV spread because of a certain Goodra over there, but overall, we are the same. We are Assault Vest. We're bulletproof this time because I think the Glamora is going to come Energy Ball, and I don't want to have to Terra this Ursaluna. But if I have to, I do have Terra Steel, which helps with Chien-Pao Ice move and Kilowattle Flying move. So that's very nice. We have Body Slam, hits decently well, a bunch of stuff, can get a para, I guess. Trailblaze for the Quagsire, and also I think with the speed investment that we have, we outspeed the ideal Glamora set after the Trailblaze. I think. I'm not totally sure about that. But that speed is for something else. We got Headlong Rush, hits most of the team pretty damn hard. And we got Heavy Slam, which synergizes with Terra Steel, I guess, but mainly it's just for the Scream Tail. And we don't really need the Terra Steel. It also hits the Chien-Pao and the Glamora, but the Glamora is obviously just going to die to Headlong. I guess if the Glamora runs Balloon for some weird fucking reason, we have Heavy Slam for it. So that's cool. But the speed we have is so that we outspeed Gudra, speed creeping, no speed Corviknight, which I think is quite likely. Because this Gudra wants to put on as much pressure as it can while it's out, because it will get chipped. So it needs to outspeed the thing that switches into its stabs, which is the Corviknight. So we have we have the Ursaluna instead as the switch in, and hopefully our speed will outspeed the Gudra. That would be very nice if we can actually we can actually get that. So I think we cover all of the team pretty well with this build. I think this build is quite good. Assuming that the Tatsugiri works, it kind of has to work. But if it does, I think this build is very good. For some intricacies, we have I forgot the moves on Spectre. We have Draining Kiss for the Chien-Pao, and we have Psychic for the Urshifu and the Annihilate and the Glamora. That's really nice. And we have Will-O-Wisp on this just in case I see a Terra type on Annihilate that he's still at like a HP range where I can't do anything, and if I haven't hit him yet. Like, all those like have to match up, but I don't like need a fourth move on this. This hits the entire team, and I'm mainly just going to be clicking Shadow Ball. But if I see that, I can go into this and not give it like a Defiant boost and Will-O-Wisp it instead. I have to be out of range of Rage Fist, and he has to be out of range of Shadow Ball for me to not click Shadow Ball. But if that happens, this is a nice little backup Will-O-Wisp, which is pretty nice. We do have Brick Break on the Meow, which in addition to being able to kill the Chien-Pao and the Gudra, it also could knock away the Screamtail screens if he brings that, which is cool. I don't know how practical that aspect of it is going to be, just because the Screamtail is setting them, so it's going to be quad resistant, and I don't really want to click. I don't really want to become a fighting type versus Screamtail. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. Well, it's still good, and that's why I went over low kick, because I don't actually need the low kick damage. That's just a little nice factor for Brick Break, which is what makes me lean toward it like way more, versus like something like Knockoff, which is good, but I don't think I think I need the other three moves, right? Yeah. I think this build is pretty good. Hopefully we can play pretty disciplined and get this dub. I really want to get a dub at this point, because I am on a 2-loss streak right now. I'm not sure if I've been kind of behind the uploads, so I'm not sure if the DGBA game has gone up yet when I post this, just depending on when the thumbnails come out, you know. But right now we are on a 2-loss streak, so I want to get a win. I really want to get a win at this point. And I think I'm on a road to level up my play. I think I'm studying some Blunder games, which is very cool. He has a very interesting perspective on how to play the neutral state of the game. He has this very I will never give you an inch kind of play style, and I think I want to try to do that. I want to try to focus on exactly what my opponent can do and how to prevent his game plan from happening, as opposed to try to only forward mine, right? I think I kind of get tunneled on my win cons, which is not like the worst thing to get tunneled on, but I do think I do that, so I need to try to take a step back and focus on the whole picture. But hopefully we can pull through for this game. We are 0-1 here. We are -4. We do need a win. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the upcoming battle, and hopefully Tatsugiri pops off. I'm going to play this like very soon, so I'm not sure what's going to happen yet. We shall see. I'll see you guys in the battle. Peace.